someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I got Game Sports Center.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the LA Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin with a run by Miller. And he works free. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 6. Underneath for Miller. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Miller again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, option right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
Slot man moves right.
Check, smash. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's able to take this one out to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Chargers at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Strike. Check, strike. Hey,
In motion left goes a tight end.
hut, hut.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Go red.
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set, hut.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Down to about the 45. Now you look at this Saints defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. Drill 52. Fight 97. Ready.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Johnston. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Down. Smack. Smack. Set.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, check mega. Hut.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, Well, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense. There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 26.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Check Fury.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
10 cycles. Check smash. Check hunt.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. all level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Kendre Miller, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Open man is Myers. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
It doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
He's got Mingo.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. seconds of the first half.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by Myers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground now with Miller.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Option handoff here to Miller.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Kendre Miller
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
Clause 10. Clause red. Set.
They'll look to throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
On the jump.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set, hut. Striker, check striker. Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
52 blaster. Hut, hut.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready, ready. Hut.
Looking to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time.
Fight 60. Hut, hut.
They'll run here with Akers.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready?
They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a deep one for Johnston.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Smash, red. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, break.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Ready.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On the ready.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Go check. Go check. Let go.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Come on.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Running left is Miller. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Here we go.
And they will take a knee here.